But still speaking about Ngannou and his contract and all of that, do you guys think that if Ngannou leaves UFC today and probably lands that fight with Tyson Fury, do you actually think that that is a career suicide? I would answer first before I let you guys go take this up. I think that his fight with Tyson Fury, nobody would expect him to win, but he would make a whole lot of money, probably more than he has ever made in the UFC, all combined together. I think if he loses, it's as long as it's not embarrassing. If he loses, it would not tarnish his image at all. But what would happen is he will get a bigger fan base, and if he eventually comes back to the MMA fans will remember that he doesn't only strike; he has wrestling as well. He will bring his crossover fans to MMA again, and his next contract after any boxing fight that he has will be a very very huge one, be it a UFC contract or be it a private a pass what do you call that, one and done contract that he would maybe probably fight just one fight. Whatever contract he's gonna get is going to be a huge one. That's my opinion. But I would ask you, Demola, what do you think would be if Francis Ngannou actually goes to boxing? Do you think it would be bad for him? How do you think it would impact his career at large?
For me, I think it's going to be a fantastic move for him. You know, fighting Tyson Fury, the heavyweight champion of the world, win or lose, he's not even expected to win. Let's even put it that way. He's not expected to win, so it's not going to make him look bad. It's not going to make him look bad, and then he's going to earn, he's going to earn the big payday. And then, he's going to gain fans in the boxing world, right? And then his next move, do not be surprised if he has one big boxing match, and then he probably wants to stick to boxing. Say fight Tyson Fury, I lose. I want to challenge Anthony Joshua. I want to challenge Deontay Wilder. I want to challenge even a Derek Chisora or what's the other British guy? I can't remember his name. Even if he's challenging Derek Chisora, for example, that fight will not do anything less than 500,000 pay-per-view buys, right? So it's just upward and onward for him. If you ask me, it's forward, upward, and onward for Francis Ngannou. And if he decides to come back to MMA, probably he might not come back to the UFC. He might maybe go to Bellator, and he'll be able to negotiate his contract well. Yeah, he would actually come back with a better bargaining power. And I know that the UFC would not want him to come back to MMA and go to Bellator. So they would actually have to, find a middle ground point in time. But then it's actually going to be a fantastic deal for him.
All right, thank you. All right. I'll quickly just go to Yagi. I know, Yagi, you have about 15 minutes here left with us. I would try to push through. I'll just let you answer this question real quick. How would it be for his legacy, Francis Ngannou? Do you think it would tarnish his image, or would it impact his career if he eventually moves to boxing, if it does actually happen?
I mean, I think the number one thing we need to remember is boxing and MMA are two different things. Just because Baba hits hard in MMA doesn't mean that he'll do good in boxing. And he's talking about Tyson Fury. Let's be real here. I saw what he did against Cyril Gane. After 5 minutes, Baba was gassed. He became Khabib. Tyson Fury, people don't hit Tyson Fury flush. I think if he's going to boxing, he should probably look for like a Deontay Wilder, where there's zero technique, but there's power. So power for power. Last, somebody will get knocked out, as opposed to you embarrassing yourself. So I think he's going to box, but I don't know if it's going to be against Tyson Fury. I think Ngannou always wanted to be a boxer. Even when he started MMA, his boxing he wanted to do, and he didn't go to MMA. So he's just trying to go back to his roots. I think this is just him trying to get a little bit of money and then retire. So, but he needs to be wise against who he's going to go to, because I think if he goes against someone like Tyson Fury, it won't look good for him. And that will hurt his bargaining power if he ever wants to come back to MMA. But I think he's going to go to boxing, maybe box 1 or 2 boxing fights, and then retire.
Okay, so
Thank you guys for supporting the African fighters. please click on the subscribe button, so that you'll be informed whenever I post a video.